Okay, welcome back to the Fitness Hutch, another carnivore video. Today we're going to talk about if I was to start the carnivore diet now. I'm 6 months in, by the way. If I was to start the carnivore diet now, what would I do different? What have I learned from my experience? So this is good for beginners, anyone who's just getting into it, anyone who's thinking about starting the carnivore diet. This video is going to be ideal for you. Make sure if you haven't already given it a thumbs up, give the video a quick thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already and checked out our other carnivore videos, please do. So, what is the first thing that I would do different? I think the first thing that I would do different if I was to start carnivore again now would be to not overcomplicate it. It's so easy to get sucked into it. It's something different. It's not something different, really. It's the same as any other diet. Instead of cutting out just like crisps and chocolate and things, you're cutting out veg as well. So what meat and stuff do you eat now, and just up that? There is other aspects to it, because I eat some stuff that I didn't eat then, but you've just got to, it's just trial and error. I decided that I was going to have to eat burgers every day for my dinner with loads of cheese, because that's what most of the carnivore gurus tell you. That you've got to cook all this special stuff, that you've got to make carnivore pizzas and carnivore bread and carnivore, and it's just, you don't need to. It's so stupid that you can just go to the shop and buy a load of belly pork and a load of mince and roast beef and steaks and eggs and some hard cheese, and you can just have scrambled eggs. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate your lunch. Scrambled egg every single day. For my lunch, I have the same: 4 scrambled egg, 5 rashers of bacon. That fills me up for my lunch. I don't eat breakfast. That's the first thing I eat in a day. And that's it. That's my go-to. And then my evening meal, if I used to have like steak and chips and beans, I'll have steak and eggs. If we used to have spaghetti bolognese, I'll make some mince and maybe add some cheese in it. There's a whole load of different things you can do, but keep it simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. The other thing that I do now that I didn't do when I first started is I plan what I'm going to have, like you would normally for your meals. You know, we're going to have Tuesday. I'll have a spaghetti bolognese Tuesday, and we'll have this on Wednesday. You can do it the same. What we're going to have: steaks. I need some pork chops. I need some more eggs. How many eggs am I going to need? That's one of my biggest things. How many eggs am I going to need? Well, I'm going to have 2 for snacks or whatever on that day. And that day, I'm going to have 4 eggs with my lunch. Then I'm going to have eggs on. So you count them up, right? I'm going to need 28 eggs. Go buy 28 eggs. It's simple planning. I think something else that I would do different is definitely be more aware of the fact that carnivore isn't as mainstream perhaps as we think it is at times. A lot of restaurants and places like that won't cater for carnivores. So if you're going to be going out for a meal with your friends or with your family, you need to really think ahead about what it is you're going to have. Maybe have a look at the menus, maybe even call ahead. I've called ahead to restaurants before and said, look, I'm coming in, I don't eat veg or anything like that. If I have the rack of ribs, let's say, can I have a couple of chicken breasts with it as well? And I'm happy to pay extra. You know, there's little things like that you can do. And I think alongside that, and I know this is probably going to go against what a lot of carnivores say, is I wouldn't stress about it too much. Like, and now as a carnivore, if I go to a restaurant and I order a rack of ribs, I don't try and get them to not have any sauce on, which really you shouldn't have, because the sauces have probably got sugar and stuff in. But you're not going to die if that's what you have one night to enjoy it. So you've got to let your life kind of continue. You've got to live your life. So if that means like having ribs with sauce on, or using ketchup, I do have ketchup with some stuff, I'm going to be honest, but I do eat the majority of the time a carnivore diet. I sometimes have ketchup. I had a biscuit the other day and dipped it in my coffee, and I enjoyed it. But you know what? That would be another tip for beginners. Don't stress yourself out about it. I've seen people going, oh, I failed the carnivore diet. You can't fail it. There's no pass, there's no fail, there's no grade, there's no awards. It's what works for you. So if it works for you, do it. Don't let any of the militants, same as when I was on the plant-based diet, and people go, oh, what do you mean you had a sausage? You can't possibly have a sausage. Do you know how many pigs died to make that? Like, so fucking what, man? Like, this is my diet. This is for me. I'll be honest. I go into the cupboard at work, get a biscuit. I go, oh, that's not carnivore. Oh, I'm sorry. I sat there shoveling down fruit pastels. So you've got to do what's right for you. I guess my other tip would be log it and track it. Track what you're doing. I think another tip would be to think about your activity for the day and see how active you are, and adjust what you're eating accordingly. A lot of carnivores do say eat when you're hungry until you're full, and then don't eat again until you're hungry, and then eat until you're full. And you can do it like that. But I have found that on the days where I'm training more, so if you go in the gym, if you're a gym guy or a gym girl, you definitely want to be thinking about making sure you're fueling up, making sure you've got food to eat afterwards, not leaving yourself hungry. So again, a lot of it comes down to planning. And so within the Fitness Hutch and within what we do with our coaching, we talk about planning loads. And obviously, if you guys want to know more about that, you can go to the Facebook page. So we've got a Facebook group. The link is in the description. But we talk about planning loads. So have that plan about what it is you want to do. And I guess that takes us on to the next bit, is why do you want to do it? Because if you can work out your why, then the how is so much easier. If you know why you're on the carnivore diet, then being able to stay on it is much easier. If you're just on it because it's the new trend, you're going to really struggle to give up the other stuff that you really like doing, because the other stuff then you could see as a bad habit, like eating crisps and chocolate and things like that. That could be seen as a bad habit. So you need to work out why you want to do that. And again, that comes down to planning and personal goal setting. Again, which is something we talk a lot about within the channel. Those of you that are only here for the carnivore stuff, we do a lot of other mindset stuff. So yeah, I guess know why. My why was because I had been a vegan, I'd eaten a plant-based diet, and I wanted to do a comparison. I wanted to be able to come to my subscribers and say, well, actually, the plant-based diet was this, but the carnivore diet was this. I did make a video. Most of the beginnings of this was carnivore versus vegan. That was my initial why, and then I really, really enjoyed it. So I just stayed on it. But I have had some breaks, and there is some videos on the channel about the breaks I've had. I have had some breaks because, like I said at the start of the video, you do need to do this for you. It does need to work for you and for your family and for your friends, for your social life. My other why was I saw that it helped you lose weight and was good for you in the gym. And the reason I carried on doing it after 30 days was because of the results that I saw in the gym. In fact, I'm going to record a 6-month update very shortly. That will be next week's video about how I've got on, progression in the gym and things. So yeah, so that was my why. So you've got to know why you want to do it, because that will make it a lot easier. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. I'm not going to say don't take it serious, because you do have to take it serious, but it's not like life or death. It's not like a doctor telling you you've got to change your diet or you're going to die. I guess enjoy it. Make sure you're planning it. Make sure you know what it is that you want, and don't overcomplicate it. Just eat decent stuff. Buy some steaks. Look in the shops. Okay, so we'll go. Another tip is have a look in the shops for what's on offer, the cheap deals. If you've planned to have steak, but there isn't any that's in the offers, but pork chops are, get the pork chops because it'll be cheaper. And I know this isn't all about money, but sometimes you've got to think what's going to be the most cost-effective way to do this. This week I've eaten a lot of steak because we managed to get these packs of steak for a £5, which our 2 steaks would normally cost us that, and we got 5 in these packs, so I bought 2 of them. So I've eaten loads of steak this week. I've eaten like a king this week. And I guess finally what I would say is watch plenty of these videos. Doesn't have to be me, although there is videos on my channel, but there is some other great people out there. There's some good carnivore groups. Have a look at carnivore groups on Facebook. There is some out there. Other people have been doing it a long time who can give you some really good advice. And it might be that you're a carnivore bodybuilder and you might see the guy who does carnivore bodybuilding, or you might be a carnivore because you want to cut weight and there's someone on there who's done weight loss. So there is all them different factors. Really do look into it, really do research it. But what I will say is this diet is amazing. I absolutely love being on the carnivore diet. I love making these carnivore videos. The love that I get from the carnivore community coming back to me in these videos and the comments is amazing. So if you're watching this now, please drop me a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up, or you could just say, tell me your favorite thing to eat on carnivore. Everybody knows mine's belly pork. I absolutely love belly pork. Yours might be something else. Drop me a comment, let me know what it is. If you've got any questions about carnivore, if you've got any questions about mindset or growth, of course, you can always ask me. My email address is within my about section. There is a link in the description for our Facebook group, which is all about growth and personal development, and we will be doing some carnivore and some diet stuff on there as well. So thank you for watching. I hope you've got to the end of the video. If you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Achieve your goals and choose life.